Hello 4Ks, this is the 108 of me playing chess every day until I reach the rapid rating of 2500. So here we go. So we have the first game of today's video against a very strong opponent. So let's just play pawn to e4 here. e6 we get the French defense with d5 of course, I guess. D5 is of course the French defense, and now knight d2 is something I like to play. This is the Tarrasch variation, c5 is the best way, and now simply e takes on d5. Queen takes is the best move. And now knight f3, I'm giving away this pawn. This is just very casual theory, nothing wrong with the knight f6. I don't think it's bad because I can just go here. And just castle. And takes now, it's still theory. It is still theory to take. But anything else, I don't know. Like knight c6, I don't know. But my idea after takes is just to play knight b3, yes. This is just theory, so now I can just take back, yeah? But how to take back? I think taking with the knight is correct, although I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all. Maybe taking with the queen was better. I remember studying this a long time ago, so forgive me if I made a mistake by recapturing with the knight. I thought it was the best move. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't. a6 not allowing the check, I guess. And there is bishop e3 here. There is also c3. I like c3 maybe a little more. Maybe this is still theory, but I just don't know it. By the way, my opponent very strong 2100 rated player. Now I could go back to b3 and to c2. I like that because the queen is open here on the file. Also, bishop d6. Now I have knight f3 back. I could also play g3 here. And knight f3 might be the best move. Maybe I misplayed it with c3. Maybe c3 wasn't the best. Maybe pawn to c3 wasn't the best there. But I like the idea that d4 is defended. Also like the idea of developing the bishop to g5 here. And then pressuring the king side with this pin, which is very annoying. I mean, with this battery, excuse me, not a pin. I should have learned the elementary, the basic tactics, but I didn't. So if I win this game, I win 11 rating points, which is quite huge, by the way. But the bishop c2 takes and queen d3, and then developing the rooks, and I think my position is pretty much perfect. I mean, h6 I take, of course. But now I think about sacking the h2 pawn. No, bishop c2 just much better. Knight g5, knight g5, bishop h2, king h2. I'm attacking h7 as well, that's the point. I just sack the pawn here on. I mean, that is h6 though. But then I just play, maybe I play queen d3 there. Yeah, I play queen d3 there as well. Somewhere in between. I mean, takes here I cannot play queen d3 because knight takes f3. But after knight, I mean, I'm sacking the h2 pawn because knight g4, knight g5, knight g5, then h2 is under no defense and under attack by these two very important pieces, by the way. But I'm just attacking the knight, so it has to take the knight, the bishop on g5. It just has to. If you play f5 here, which is the other idea. He will take on h2 definitely, otherwise he just has no idea. I mean, g6 here. I can go queen g4, you cannot still take here, because g3 just traps your bishop, and if you go back, then I go here. And just, oh, then maybe h5 might work. Maybe. I mean, bishop takes on h2 looks bad. Also, I'm up on the clock like 1 minute and a half against the strongest opponent I have ever played in Rapid, I think. Which is quite important. If I win this, then I really maybe at the higher level than my rating is. Bishop takes on h2 definitely. I mean, it's a check and it wins a pawn. It's a tempo gainer and it also wins a pawn. So why wouldn't you do that? Well, because h7 is also hanging. If you play, let me think. If you play h6, then I play queen d3. Eh? G6, I guess. Knight f3 just back, and then this is very big weakness. And I've also just developed all my pieces, and this bishop is still very bad behind everything. So I like that. I like that a lot. I like this. My opponent's still spending a lot of time. G6, so there is knight takes. No, there isn't. The idea is queen h5. So if I play h3, if I go here and here, maybe g3, but then the bishop gets very good on these long diagonals, so maybe just knight f3 back. And maybe queen d2. Or queen e2. Yes, queen e2 is better. In French structures, queen e2 is often better than queen d2. That's true. That's true, yeah. Queen e2 is often better. B5 with an idea of this. Maybe bishop e4 now. Just to not allow bishop to develop to b7. I mean, bishop b7 I take. So that's great for me. And d6 also hangs there. Bishop b7 loses. So you have to play rook b8 here, which is not bad. I mean, now a3 maybe is b4 a threat. I wouldn't call it like that, so that means not. f5 might be a threat now. And I can play queen 2. And if f5, then e6 is very weak, so we cannot play here because I take your pawn on e6. That's my idea. I'm not sure if it works though. Also, I'm pressuring him on the clock. What is my opponent's blitz rating? Just a second. His blitz rating is 1500 and he's 1800 in bullet, which is quite bad. Just rook d1. I mean, f5 now. Bishop c2, bishop e7 I take. And I probably mate you somehow. So f5 is never a thing, really. My bishop, yes, so this has to be pretty much played. Maybe go here. I don't like it though. Also, maybe go here to sack the knight, which works. So knight here just stabilizes the position, and then e5 though. And then I allow e5 to happen. I just go back. No, that's bad maybe. So maybe just rook d3, rook d1. e5 I take. Yes, my idea is to pressure the d file here. Maybe is to sack something on e6 sometime in the future, just so I fork something here. And he's down to 4 minutes and 40 seconds, which is not that much time actually, not that much. And h2, which is probably the biggest thing my opponent is looking at right now with his, is just defended. He's just defended by my gorgeous knight on f3. And my knight can also jump in the future, maybe to g5, maybe to f5. Maybe to e5, excuse me. Bishop e7. Just rook d1, I guess. Takes and rook takes. Has to be played. If queen takes, then rook d8, and I don't like that. Also 95, very much, I think. 95 might be very good move. I mean, maybe 95 threatens rook d7 um and rook e7, winning the everything. So 95 my next move if he doesn't take. If he takes, I take with the rook. 95 my next move. If he doesn't do anything, but he has to take. I think 95 is just too strong to hang it all. I think 95 bishop f6. Then I go knight d7 and I win the bishop on f6 as well. So 95 bishop f6. 95 rook takes. Just improving my position. 95 with a threat of rook d7. No, it's not really a threat, but it is because I have this fork at the end, maybe. And 3 on 2. I have 3 on 2 here on the queen side, which means I have a pawn majority, which is somewhat important. I will get a passed pawn first, which is super important. Now rook d7 is a threat he takes, which I'm not surprised to see. I think rook takes is the best move. Bishop f6. I just play knight d7. So this is still a threat, I think. Yes, it is. So rook d8. Rook d8 is probably the best move. Takes and bishop takes has to be played. Otherwise, I get into a pretty good endgame. I mean, here I could also just no bishop d6 played. Now I have to think. That is f4, which loses probably. Is there some sort of tactic? Don't think so. Just knight f3. Defending. Here I can probably do something. I'm not sure what. This is a might be a threat, by the way. Think just takes. Of course, bishop takes, yeah. Going for dark squares here might be good. Going for this also good. Just dominating the light squares also. If I can get something to c6, should be much better. So you really want to do this, yeah? Here I think. I mean, he probably will take, yeah, but that is just bad, I think. Because I have this pawn majority on the queen side. That's very good. Very important. My opponent very bad blitz player, by the way, which is quite important as well. There is knight b3. Which I, by the way, very much like. No, I don't. I like b3. Queen d5 though. I play queen d2 there. Queen a7 threat, I guess. So is this. I think it's this. I think this is a threat. Excuse me, by the way, if I'm not speaking that much because I'm really kind of stressed out. Um. Yes, I mean there is no back rank made, but oh, my opponent was just offline. Okay, this is weird. I hope he comes back because I wanna win this fairly. So before I can just, I mean, 92 queen takes. Here, this pawn takes. So I have to do this. I mean, bishop takes here looks a5. I mean, that is a3 here. Here a5 is my problem. Hmm, hmm, hmm. Um, I think this is the best move. Um, Probably just completely losing here. Queen e1. Come on, you gotta move. You gotta move. A3, queen e1. Bishop takes b2. Now a5 is. Never mind. Okay, so I think I'm fine. But I wanna flag him so badly. Um, Maybe go for here. Yes, this is very bad for me. I don't care, by the way. Maybe I will lose this unfairly. I mean, maybe I will win this unfairly, but I don't care. I really don't care. You gotta move, you gotta move. Oh, I have 19 seconds. What is this? Do I win this if I flag him? How can this be a draw? No, this cannot be a draw. I think I win this. I think I win this. I mean, let's just say that he makes a rook and he puts himself, it's my move, come on, that he puts himself like this, oh, it's check, let me not be check. I know he can mate him he can just mate himself. So for example, check here, he moves, I go here, 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 and here, and it's mate in one. I mean, this is checkmate for white. How can this be a draw? On lichess, this would be a complete win for me. I just flag a 2100 rated opponent and I get 3 rating points. Let's game review the game anyway. So this is the game review of the game I just played. I played with 88% accuracy, my opponent played with 87, he was completely winning the whole game, I think. But let's see, so e4, e6 was played, now d4 and d5, of course. The French defense, knight d2 and c5 is the main move here, I think. ed and queen d. So now knight gf3, I'm kind of sacrificing the pawn, but with bishop d4, bishop c4, and then I can castle, knight f6, let's say, and knight b3, I will get the pawn way back anyway. My opponent played knight f6 here, however, he didn't take. I played bishop c4 anyway, I think it's the best move here. Queen d6, still the best move, and I castled here. cd and knight b3 is still the theory here. Now knight c6, I took with the b knight, knight takes, and knight takes is the best move indeed. So now a6 is played, and I played c3. This is theory actually, wow, I got the move right, let's go. So queen c7, bishop b3, still theory, oh my god, bishop d6 here, still theory, and I played knight f3, which is bad move. I should have played h3. Okay, I get it. I will remember that. I played knight f3. He castled. I played the move bishop d5. He played knight e4. I played the move bishop c2. And this, I thought, was a great idea. And it was just bad. After h6, I thought I have the move queen d. What did I think? Maybe I was even thinking about queen h5, but queen d3, g6, and no. How did it? f5? But I thought I have decent like g3 or something to trap the bishop. But okay, doesn't matter. He didn't go for it. I thought it was fine for me. He played g6, which was, by the way, the best move. Not taking on h2. Okay, never mind. Knight f3, b5 was played. Bishop e4, rook b8, queen e7, queen e2. Nothing special, just trading off some pieces. Two takes and bishop d6. And this was just... And this is actually the resulting endgame. We both have queens and knight versus a bishop imbalance here. This is the only imbalance of the position, but I also have the 3 pawns on the queen side versus 2, so that is also an imbalance, yes. Knight d4, bishop f6, queen e3 allows the move queen to c4, which was the best move and I missed it. Played knight b3, another mistake. Mistakes come in pair and I'm lost. b4 not because of b4. h3, I should have played queen e2. Unfindable if you ask me. I spent 40 seconds. a5, queen f3 with an idea if he just moves the bishop, then queen a8 picks up the pawn. That would be better. So, a3, queen e1, I was completely losing, g3, and a4. On knight d2, I went here, and now this check, and I thought I was fine here, which is not true. I mean, black is still fighting for a win. He had 48 seconds though. I just started to play very quickly, so this is basically how the game went. I was playing so quickly, and suddenly, right around here, I realized my position is very messed up. I played the move knight c1. I'm losing after f3. He, however, played e3, he took with the bishop and knight e2. And now I was just dedicating myself that I will just flag him. No, oh, knight takes h7! Knight takes h6 didn't happen on the board. I played knight h2 though. Oh, then I would probably win. But okay, now we just try to flag each other. Bishop g3 is a brilliant move here. Are you seeing this? Bishop g3 is a brilliant move. I mean, don't bullshit me like this. Excuse my French, but I was just trying not to eat the pawn because then there is a theoretical chance for me to win the game. But let's just skip this part, and here is where he timed out. 94 apparently an inaccuracy again. And this is apparently a draw. Why exactly? Why exactly? I mean, I don't know. But chess.com, you guys, I mean, this is just a win for white. If you would be playing a tournament, in like FIDE tournament, over the board tournament, then white would win here if black would timed out. So, I mean, chess.com, this is just a win for white. I don't care. I mean, I guess it wouldn't be fair for white to win here, but this is life, yeah? So yeah, that's what basically it for today's video. There is only one game because it was so long. I hope you guys liked it and enjoyed it. And if you did, you can also follow me on Twitch, where this is where I live stream like I'm doing right now. And yes, if you like the video, please consider, I don't know even how to speak anymore, liking and subscribing. It would really help me out. And see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.